I think I just realized I wore the exact same shirt and had a similar hairdo the last time I filmed one of these. Anyway, hey guys, today I'm here to do another ebook and ARC haul. So it's been a couple of weeks, if not months, since I did the very first one of these, and I just kind of want to do them on a regular basis. I'm not gonna go into details on a lot of these because these are just kind of quicker than the normal book hauls, but I do really like to share which books I got, not only physically but also in e-format. I think this is a lot about just me and it being easier to kind of actually read the books if I kind of talk about them here. And if you also know they exist on my TBR, you might be like, I really love this book, please read it soon. Or you might be like, I have been wanting to read this book forever, I would love to know your thoughts on it, something like that. So always feel free to let me know any of your thoughts and opinions on all of these books. Yeah, it helps me to be motivated to actually pick this up because I do like to ignore my ebooks sometimes. Anyway, let's just get going. There's a couple of arcs in here that I have already read or that you will already have heard me talk about in like TBRs and such. I'm just gonna quickly mention them because I do want to have these with like all of the books that I got, even the ones that I read. But yeah, just gonna quickly go through them. The first one is The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin. This is an arc that I got, already did a review on it and really didn't like it. Then I have Chainbreaker by Tara Sim. This is also an arc. This already was released on January 2nd, but sadly I have not yet read it. I feel horrible about it. Then I have A Monstrous Love by Megan Cubed. I also already read this. Oh my god, this shows me how long it was ago that I did the last one, because this was a kind of ebook with 2 short stories in it that were both kind of Halloween themed, and I read them around Halloween. They were free at that time, so if you're interested to already stack up on books for next Halloween, you might check out if this is still free on Amazon. Then I have Morrigan by Mary E. Pearson. This is a novella that kind of talks about, well, Morrigan from the, what's it called? The Remnant Chronicles. And it's like not really a prequel novella, but it talks about how this world kind of came to be. And because I love these kinds of novellas, I absolutely had to get it. Normally, when I buy these kinds of novellas, I end up reading them immediately when I buy them because I want to read them close to when I read the like original material. Yeah. Hasn't happened, has it? Then I have another arc, and that is Set the Stage by Karis Walsh. This is a female romance. I think it's adult, and it has to do with like acting, and it's about a girl being in a, or a woman, I'm not sure, being in a Shakespeare play. Still haven't read it, although it came out in November. Same with Winterglass by Benjamin Sridwankai. I should at this point know how to pronounce it. I still don't know. This is also an arc that I think already came out in December. I have started this, finding it super hard to get into. I think it has like this really complicated writing and even complicated world building, so I'm not really digging it so far, but it's really short, so I think whatever happens, I'm not gonna DNF it and definitely finish it, I think. Then I have Furryborn by Claire Legrand. This is also an arc. This only comes out in May. I'm so excited. I don't know much about this, but it sounds really cool. It is a YA fantasy. Sometimes I hate when I'm like, I don't know anything about it, but it sounds cool. Like, how do I know it sounds cool if I don't know anything about it? Like, something's not right there. But I think this is the story of like 2 girls in 2 different generations, which these are definitely stories that intrigue me, and I think it might be like a political kind of YA fantasy, which I love. Then I got The 5th Season by N.K. Jemisin in a Kindle deal. This is a adult fantasy or dystopian apocalyptic kind of book. This is about a literal 5th season on this earth where everything just goes haywire and like complete climate freak out. I've heard amazing things about it. I really wasn't sure for a long time if this would be something that I would enjoy, but ultimately I've heard from so many people who love like fantasy and sci-fi that this is an amazing book and that everybody who loves this genre needs to read it. So I caved, and you know, with a Kindle deal, it felt okay. Then I have another arc, and that's Weave a Circle Round by Carrie Marin. I also already started it, and it's weird. It is very weird, but it sounds very intriguing. Already came out in December or November, I think. I got approved for this like one day before release. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to read that before release. So now I'm kind of just like, it's fine. Release date is already gone, might as well chill. which I don't think that's how it's supposed to work, but that's how I'm doing it. Then I have The Queen's Rising by Rebecca Ross. This is a YA fantasy, also an arc that comes out in February, I think actually February 8th, so not that far away, so I need to read it soon. I'm planning on it. I think this is another like political kind of YA fantasy, another one that everybody who I've seen so far that had an arc really loved it, so I'm super pumped. Then I have The Enchanted by Renee Denfield. This is another one that I got in a Kindle deal. This is literary fiction, which is not something I normally reach for, but I heard nothing but good things about it. Like everybody's Goodreads review is at least 4 stars, even from people who, as me, normally don't really read this kind of genre, so I just kind of had to get it. Like I constantly thought about, do I really want to read this? Am I really interested in it? But then I see all of these people loving it and I'm just like, I don't think I can not read it. Then I have Style by Chelsea M. Cameron. This is another book that I got in a Kindle deal. This is a female contemporary. I think it might be adult or at least new adult. Just heard great things about it. I think it might be Hate to Love, which is like one of my favorite tropes. So absolutely cannot wait for that. I think it's a short one as well, like short-ish, like 250 pages maybe, so that's always great. Then I have Lost Boy by Christina Henry. Also really excited about this one. I was so excited to see that it was a Kindle deal. This is Peter Pan retelling, and that's all I need to know about it. I heard about it from Laura over at Two Paper Girls. She really loved it, and like even before she loved it, I was like, Peter Pan retelling, I need it. But obviously now that I know she really loved it, and I think it was on her top books even of 2017, now I'm like super pumped to read it, and I'm so glad that I got it. Then I have All Wrapped Up by Holly Smale. This is a Geek Girl novella. It's like a kind of Christmassy story. This was also in a Kindle deal, and it was already after Christmas, but it was cheap, so I was like, might as well already buy it for next Christmas, so I have something to read. I mean, I love the Geek Girl series, and I mean, honestly, I would read this right now. I would probably read this in the middle of summer because I just love Geek Girl that much. And finally, I have The Summer of Jodie Paris, and I'm a loser and did not write down the author's name, which sucks, but this is another arc. I think this one comes out in April. I don't know much about this, surprise, but it is YA contemporary. The main character, I think, not sure how she identifies, but she's definitely queer in some way. I'm not sure if it has like a female-female romance at the center of it. I don't want to make any promises here, but I know that I was just drawn to it because it deals with kind of queer themes, so that's all I needed to know about it. That's kind of how I roll. Anyway, these are all of the ebooks and arcs that I got in the last couple of weeks. As I said, please let me know if there's anything in here that you really want me to read soon because you're interested in my thoughts on it, or something that you really love and I think I should read soon, because as I said, I'm not doing very well with reading my ebooks in general. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!